The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Relationship Tuesday, and we're here to open your mind.
Good life,
In a different land.
what it brings, yeah, what it brings.
Living a good life. 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 Living a good life, y'all. In a different lane now. Hey, come on. Hey, come on.
Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Relationship Tuesday. I have the entire crew in the studio with me today. I have Henry Jolly to my right. Y'all, you know, in New Orleans, we give directions
That's
by...
the Lorraine.
Right, we give directions by food. Henry is by my water, and Ursula is by her sunglasses. We have Miss Ursula Rochon of the Color Gallery to my left, and Dr. Brian Turner, our clinical psychologist, to my left, Dr. Turner. And you can always follow us on Spreaker. We are live right now. And if you ever miss a show, you can always go on there and listen. And if you want to be in this number, y'all know y'all need to advertise. You want to get your commercials on air. We can get your commercials on air in 48 hours. Give us a call at 504-400-7127. That is 504-400-7127, because that is the Good Life. And make sure you follow us on all our social media platforms. The Good Life Radio Show at TGL Radio Show on Instagram and Twitter, and The Good Life Radio Show on Facebook. And I'm thinking about starting Periscope, but like we do so much here. I got Ursula does us live on Facebook because my hands are in so many different things. I got a computer, I got an iPad, I got a phone. I'm like, working magic. So if you want to follow us, I will actually share that right now on our Facebook page, so make sure you follow us there as well. Oh, yeah, see? And then people are calling me while I'm on air. Y'all know I'm on air. Stop calling me.
Is that the plug?
Y'all know I'm on air. But see, I just gave y'all the number 400-7127, so no, I will call you back right after I get off. See, somebody's trying to buy advertising right now. Yes, y'all call and leave a message. 504-400-7127, because that is the Good Life. See, that was a business phone. See?
Is that the? I think that's the plug.
That's there you go. See, timing was impeccable.
Phone.
On the right.
I got two. Yeah, you're right. Y'all, we have a show for you today. I'm actually very excited about it, because when I read this, I was like, this is exactly what I was talking about. And so at first when I posted it, Brian was like, Eileen, that goes both ways. So I had to reel it in a little bit and make sure that I made it gender neutral, because, I was only seeing it from the female side.
I know I can't focus. I just saw something just totally far left. Go ahead, finish.
Well, this conversation could go way left, because we are discussing the practice wife, and for our gentlemen's purposes, the practice husband. Y'all know y'all have been in that long-term relationship. Either you or somebody who's been in a long-term relationship. You've grown together, you grew up together, you helped them make something, happen in their life. They helped you make something happen in your life, either one way or the other, whatever it may be. You were together for a long time, you thought they were going to be the one, and then you broke up.
Yeah.
And then 6 months later, they engaged somebody else.
I mean.
And you're like, what had happened was, and you're like, well, and you're looking, because not everybody, but some of us do that. You look at the other person, you're like, is it an upgrade?
Well, sometimes
What did they have? Like, why didn't they marry me? Why not? So I found this article, and it was called The Practice Wife, but we'll call it The Practice Wife / Husband for, everyone's purposes. And they were saying that they recently discovered a new category of person. It's called the practice person. And these are people who are articulate, smart, supportive, and accomplished. In additionally, they're usually attractive, and people consider them catches. So everybody's trying to figure out, why are they single? Why are they single?
So, like,
I'm gonna let y'all give your opinion. And y'all, y'all have to watch us on Facebook Live. I'm about to steal her phone, because we're gonna do the show in our sunglasses.
I don't have none. This
I
discrimination.
have 2 pair.
I don't like to cover my eyes.
I have 2 pair. I wear the Tom Fords though. You can wear it.
so who's gonna go
Michael
first? Who's gonna
Kors.
go first?
Me.
Okay, well, you tell me
You.
why, and then I'm gonna give you the reasoning behind it. And don't be giving it away first.
Okay.
I can go first.
Yes, let's go first. Here,
First of
Henry,
all,
wear these.
I'm gonna tell you how to avoid being a practice husband or wife out the gate. Don't move in with people.
Hello.
Because if you
Exactly.
And we're not talking about being practice wife or husband as as if you said I do. We talking about like you practicing being their significant other. Go ahead, Henry.
I mean, if you look at statistics, and I know Dr. Turner can agree on this, it's very unlikely that a person would get married if they move in together first.
Really?
So you shouldn't do that. Even though I personally wouldn't marry somebody unless I live with them first, all right? But I think it is good to have a little trial run, a test drive. I like to use the car analogy with relationships, and I'm not gonna spend a fortune on a car if I've never test driven it. You want me to put these glasses on?
Yeah.
All right. Just because you asking and you special to me.
They look nice on
All
you.
right.
See?
Yeah. All right. So,
like Stevie Wonder.
I was just thinking that.
all right. So,
Okay, go ahead.
let me finish what I was saying.
You can follow us on Facebook Live to see us.
Nah, it's cool. So, yeah, I mean, go ahead, Brian.
No, you got it.
They
Go ahead, finish up.
they
Finish
throwing
up.
me off with this.
No, go
Sorry.
ahead. Oh, they threw you off. So,
Yeah.
I'll look up the stats because I'm actually, in what I've seen practice-wise, I've tried to get people to be more realistic about their relationship goals. Mm-hmm. What I'll go to when I say directly about practice husband, practice wife, I think it's something that actually is indicative of the situation we're in relationships, is that all too often people have to baby step themselves to being ready to be in a significant, committed, monogamous, exclusive marriage. And while we may say, oh, this is the person for me, Ursula's the one for me, Ursula's the one for me, I might still be working on some stuff, and Ursula might get me right. But I might irritate the hell out of Ursula during that process to where we don't make it to the altar. Now, she might help me in that old adage, some people come into your life for what?
A reason, a season, a
season.
lifetime.
A lifetime or a lesson.
Or a lesson.
Or a lesson.
And so sometimes Ursula's gonna learn me something good about myself.
Just like she put some respect on your
Right.
name.
Then that might be a part of what happens. And I don't know what tone, because text message. I didn't know what tone Eileen had when she sent it. And so for me, I'm actually not against the idea of the practice wife husbands, because honestly we don't court when it comes to relationships. We don't take the time to really get to know a person and really go through the steps of like being vulnerable and being open, and we don't have a lot of those experiences anymore. And we rush people to the altar. As soon as you meet somebody, well, what y'all gonna do? Y'all look so good together. Ooh, y'all need to have some. Y'all gonna get married. Y'all
Pretty
have some
baby.
kids. Y'all babies will be so pretty. Ooh, Lord, look, and you done start messing with them other girls. So she a good girl. So you can't let her go. Well, I just met her. We haven't even been to dinner yet.
Right.
Wow.
So I'm not against the practice wife or practice husband ideal. I think we have to be honest, though.
But what happens when you get stuck in that?
That mean you ain't learned nothing.
Exactly. I'm gonna shift that to Ursula. What happens when people are stuck in that scenario, in that part of the cycle? If there have been times, and you know what? I'm gonna raise my hand. I have been this, and you know what? Honestly, after I read this, proudly I have been this. So y'all are going to hear exactly what we talk about in a while, but I have proudly been the practice wife, because honestly, looking back, I'm like, oof.
But were you the
That's
practice
why.
wife because you were trying to fix that person, or was there something?
Well,
in
see,
you
you're going
that
to
you were
find out
trying to
when I
fix?
read this little piece of this article. Should I just go into it? And
I mean, you
y'all let
can.
y'all go?
I just feel like that's the only reason that you have practice wives and husbands.
Okay, I'm going to read. This is
talking
from the
about
article.
practice?
This is from the article freshtakesmag.com. The author goes on to say she talked to some of the men and discovered that they were groomed for marriage by their practice wife. And y'all, I'm just going to give it from one point of view. You can apply it to both. They learned what mistakes to avoid in their relationships with her. Basically, they practiced on her. She took them to school and made them the ultimate catch for the next woman. But why did he not need another woman? But why did he then need another woman? Why not her? They said, she goes on to say that when she was in business school, she took a class in professional sales. One of the most valuable things she learned was a salesperson must first identify where a potential customer is in the sales cycle. The ability to identify this one step correctly saves time, energy, and maximizes success. The practice wife lacks this ability. Did y'all hear that? She does not know how to correctly identify where a man is in his relationship cycle. There are basically 4 levels of a relationship cycle: discovery, fun, trial and error, and commitment. And they say the practice wife is generally at the commitment stage and she's ready for marriage. However, she picks a man who is not at that stage yet. And so, of course, I'm just giving it in the female version, but either male or female, you're choosing someone who's not at the same stage where you are. And they say, in turn, the relationship may become tumultuous at times. The man experiences pressures and expectations on him to make him ready as a man to be worthy to meet her at the commitment stage. Some of those pressures might be to get a better job, to finish school, to earn more money, etc. And understanding that the practice wife is good for him, the man listens, he learns, and improves his entire situation. He becomes a better man, and eventually he becomes ready to join the practice wife at the commitment stage. But why doesn't it work? Let me tell you. Because the entire relationship dynamic would have to change. The relationship was student-teacher or parent-child, with the man in the subordinate role. The practice wife has an issue allowing the man to take the lead or take control. It's difficult for her to let the man she molded then take the wheel. It becomes clear to that man that she will always see him as something she made. It's her creation, so he concludes that it's time to move on. And he's looking for someone who will accept him for his finished product as he is now. Someone who will admire him for his accomplishments. And I can say that I've done there, which is why I said, and I've said that on this show more than once, I cannot date a man I do not respect. And I think that this is exactly the reason why.
How deep we gonna go with this today?
How deep does it?
I know, I'm like, how many people do we want to offend? Like, what
Where would
Like, we want to
what
go
are we-
50%,
right, what are we
70%?
doing?
Well,
Man, nobody should be
It's real
molding
talk.
nobody.
No.
I don't like that.
Well, nobody should.
Nobody
But let's
should.
be real.
Yeah.
Let's be real. In today's society, when it comes to relationship, we are trying to make the man or woman that we want, or we're trying to simply come up off of somebody else.
right,
Yeah.
wait, but you know what? Or, I mean, I'm giving different points of view, playing, the advocate. Or maybe you're just trying to help them. Like, say you meet somebody. Well, I'll give you a past situation for me. I met somebody and they were, they had like a little side. I'm gonna make you laugh. They were selling dogs, just kind of like out their house.
Imitation me. Let me hear.
Imitation Henry.
Let me hear.
And so
Fake H
just
chick.
as an example, I was like, you know what? Why don't you make yourself some business cards?
Right.
Make a little website, get your little stuff together, and you can really take this to the next level by doing that.
Right.
Get a work phone, do it
I
off your
wanna
phone,
do
get a
that.
ring or a different ring or whatever, get some cards, and you look like a different level of business.
Right. What'd he say?
I don't want to do that.
It was a great idea, of course. And he took, I do business development for a living, so I just couldn't help it.
I mean,
the
but
point
did
is-
So what did he do? Did he take your
Of course he did it.
Did it work out for him?
Of course he did.
Okay. Well, but
Come on now, this is CBD.
But that didn't
no.
turn him into like a better husband or nothing like that.
well, I think I leave.
I think focus wise, it helped him focus on his business and his
So
future
what would he have
because he
done
wanted
here?
to create a future.
But that doesn't help
For
him
us.
as an individual, though. That's not helping him as. I think people end up being stuck in these relationships because quite often they are. They're incomplete. Everybody always says, like, I'm looking for my better half. But the problem is you shouldn't be looking for your other half. You should enter a relationship complete. You should have someone that's going to enhance the good.
Compliment.
There you go.
Which-
it shouldn't be like I'm incomplete
Which
and you
is
have to make
why
me whole.
after he had to disappear, I did some self-reflection. I worked on myself, and I met a whole different playing field. I met a man I respect. We'll be right back, y'all. We're talking about the starter wife and the starter husband. Are you the starter wife? Are you the starter husband? We'll be right back. It's Relationship Tuesday. It's Good Life, y'all.
Tune in to Up to Date here on WBOK 1230 AM. Up to Date is a daily show that covers the day's top events and how they affect you. I'm I'm John Slade, and I'll be your host for Up to Date, airing Monday through Friday at noon on WBOK 1230 AM. Real talk for real times.
Are you satisfied with your current financial position? My name is Kenneth Barnes, President and CEO of KB Enterprises, where we specialize in putting together step-by-step financial action steps for your plan for today and for tomorrow. Whether you're 50 to 85 and need assistance with your final expenses, we have coverage options for every situation. Let us put life back into your finances. Call us today at 504-914-1202. That's 504-914-1202.
Hi, I'm Henry Jolly, your relationship expert and nationally certified counselor. Everyone at some point in their life goes through struggles. I am a firm believer that people have the ability to will themselves into good situations, but sometimes they may need some assistance. Being a loving husband, father, and successful businessman while having a passion for the counseling profession has allowed me to gain experience with a variety of these struggles. Let's work together to achieve your individual, family, or marital potential. Come and see me at the New Orleans Growth Center, located at 3712 MacArthur Boulevard on the West Bank in Suite 209. You can reach me at 504-259-8671 or by email, which is henry.jolly@yahoo.com. Thanks for your time, and I'm looking forward to working with you soon.
Carter Business Development delivers. For businesses to compete, they must have access. Let CBD be your bridge for business development services, radio advertising, social media marketing, brand ambassador, outreach, and access. Contact Carter Business Development at 504-400-7127 or email Eileen@tglradioshow.com. Carter Business Development creates unfolding opportunities. CBD connects the dots from where you are to where you want to be. Join the good life now with Carter Business Development, 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. As quoted, a man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time. Let CBD save you time and give you access. Call 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. Take the steps required for access so you can live the good life too with Carter Business Development. That's 504-400-7127.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694 with a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat. Gentili Italian Pie is home to the $5 Family Happy Hour. Specials on pizza, wings, and drinks Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gentili Italian Pie does fresh for the entire family. Salads, pizza, pasta, wings, and oven-baked sandwiches. Gentili Italian Pie offers lunch and dinner in a new, modern atmosphere surrounded by big screen TVs. Dine in or carry out by calling 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. Relax. Have a drink from the fully stocked bar or beer on tap while your order is made from the freshest ingredients. Gentili Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue, is home where everybody knows your name. So bring the family to Paris and Marabou for the $5 Family Happy Hour, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Gentili Italian Pie. Dine in or carry out. 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. You gotta try the pie. That's the original Italian pie, located at Paris and Marabou in Gentili.
got hit in a car accident, the insurance company tried to give me less than I knew I deserved. I called Maurice Reed Jr. He got me $150,000.
I'm Morris Reed Jr. If you got hit in a car accident, call me, 488-HELP.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Good morning, and welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Relationship Tuesday, and we're here to open your mind.
Good life. Good life. In a different land. What it brings,
If you would like to advertise with The Good Life Radio Show, make sure you give us a call at 504-400-7127. That's 504-400-7127. We can get your ads on air in 48 hours or less, because that is The Good Life. So make sure you call us, not when I'm on air, y'all, but like, you know, after. Or you can leave a message, 504-400-7127, because that is The Good Life. And I know Dr. Turner's is raising his hand, so I'm going to say my piece, and then I'm going to let you talk.
I just want to shout out our intern who's handling the show, that's all.
Oh, excellent job.
Shout out, intern.
True.
She ballin'.
She is. She's always. Shout out to UL, because that's where she is in communications, because that is The Good Life. Well, during the commercial, you know, I felt like I wasn't just being real. Sorry, y'all. So I can't be fake anymore. I was doing that that both sided things, that, oh yes, the man and the female. But look, I'm talking about the starter wife, because personally I feel it is more one sided than the other. And yes, Dr. Turner, you brought it up yesterday that it does happen in both sides, and it does. But I personally feel like it happens more with the woman. And Henry, my relationship therapist, agreed with me, because it's when the man plays a subordinate role that you have more of a conflict in this situation. So if you're in a relationship, the man takes the subordinate role, you help him, and then he, you know, feels himself, and he feels, you know, he's doing something, and then y'all can't flip that around where he takes the other role, and it just doesn't work. So I'm going back to the starter wife. That's my conversation.
I think it's much better if the man is helping the woman more.
Y'all look too much.
But well, look, you know, the subordinate role. Me and my mom had to talk about this the other day, and it, you know, was some more family members along with it, and everybody was freaking out because I was saying that, you know, a woman's role is to be a helper. And even when you get down to the Bible, you know, a woman came from the man's rib, and it was a helper and helper and helper. But, you know, when you have these women doing this Build-A-Bear type of thing, I'm going to build this man into something. He's not a man. You know, if you look at the old cartoon, He-Man. Man, He-Man came out a beast already. There was nobody trying to build him up to make him into anything. So, in my opinion, you know, a real man, he's going to already come with his stuff together. I believe I've had 3 practice wives, okay, prior to being married. And there's nothing wrong with that, but I'm going to tell you why I didn't marry him. Number one, I had to push all 3 of them, and they didn't push me to do anything. So, in my opinion, that wasn't a solid helper. My wife is a solid helper, my real wife. You know what I mean? The one I did actually marry. And, you know, she made me a better person, and, you know, I'm doing the best I've ever done financially and socially and just everything. You know, she helped me be who I am. You know, if you kind of look at the Barack Obama as president, they always say Michelle Obama helped him become who he is. Now, she didn't make him, but she helped encourage and push him. And I think that, you know, wives should do things like that, opposed to just kind of sitting back and, you know, not really doing much. But, you know, you shouldn't be taking orders and that's it. And also, you shouldn't be wearing the pants and trying to tell a man what to do and making him do all kind of things. So,
I agree with you, Henry.
Yeah.
Can I challenge that?
Maybe.
One thing?
You want to challenge it?
No. Can I challenge your thought? Can I challenge your thought? I always ask because if I'm offensive, then I'm not trying to be. But I want to ask a question.
All right, go.
What if wife had a couple practice husbands that got her to be
I'm sure she did.
All right.
Yeah.
So then what we have to admit to is that it can happen on both sides. Not because it happens any more often. It happens when we're seeking that relationship. So in order for wife to be where she was to support you and encourage you and be the helpmeet to you, maybe she had to, help some ducks.
That's exactly what it was. She was pushing these guys because, from my understanding, maybe she's just making them look bad. But they're not me, and they're nowhere near on my level.
Right.
And she had to push them and encourage them. But she was like, "Man, I'm the man. What do I need to be with this dude for if I got to be the man all the time?"
And
for real, Henry.
Yeah.
Men, we are tired of being the man. I don't want to be the man.
And I don't want a woman to be the man. We don't need to
real.
be sword fighting, Come on, man. Yeah.
Conversation goes so
Yeah.
why are we the calm ones today?
I don't know.
I'm amped. I think it's these shades.
Yeah.
I'm really a shy person.
He kind of looked like Terminator X too.
Who's that? The new
Public
Terminator?
Enemy. Terminator X. Rock the.
See that? I'm an 80s baby. I don't
Y'all have all lost your
yeah.
minds.
All right.
Are we all 80s babies?
Yeah.
No. I'm 78.
Dang, you just okay. Go ahead. Let's
I'm
go.
proud of my age. I don't look it. I look younger than all y'all. So
It's all good.
Anyway,
Anyway,
what you got, Ursula?
I do have
Ursula,
questions though that to identify yourself if you are this type of person.
Go ahead, rock with it.
My questions are as follows. You are considered to be a practice person in the event that, number one, you look past the person and you're looking only for potential.
Ooh, that's like, man.
Hold on, repeat that.
You look past their reality and you're only looking at their potential.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through these questions and I'm going to get to our lines because our lines are ringing up. Yes, it's a good life. Number two, you enjoy projects.
Man, that's crazy.
Fixer uppers.
Oh, because you're fixing up people.
You're fixing up people.
You're
like
it's projects.
Yeah, like
You're
you
fixing
you
them.
like to
You're
flip
coming-
houses,
yeah.
but they're just people. Number three, you take pride in dressing your significant other, suggesting grooming tips. Kind of molding them.
Oh, absolutely not. That's ridiculous.
Well, they have people who do it, who lay out their clothes for the people. Like, this is what you have on today. I'm just saying.
No, I have a 9-year-old. I lay out his clothes. I'm not going to lay out my man's clothes.
You always suggest that your significant other achieve a higher level in life, either education, career change, or you are that person that likes to pick people apart. Y'all know somebody who likes to pick people apart. Y'all know what I'm talking about. You encourage your significant other to pursue promotions and ask raises. And I don't just mean encourage. I mean strongly suggest. Like for them to be with me, yes, kind of more of a forcibly conversation. That didn't make any sense. And obviously, if any of your former significant others married the next person after you, then you were a practice.
What if they divorced them in 6 months?
Then they never got over you.
All right. I can
Then they
dig
never
that.
got over you.
That's
We are
not
going
good.
to go to the lines. Oh, they hung up. Well, too bad. This is.
Because that was probably the person I was
I
talking
know.
about.
Look.
Yeah.
They were like, you know what?
I don't
Screw
want to
him.
have this phone call.
Yeah.
I do not want to have this discussion on air.
Well, they say that you may be required to give up a little control if you find that it's give up a little control. It's generally somebody who may be a little bit too controlling. And I get it. And sometimes we see it as helping, and sometimes they see it as controlling. So open your mind to living differently in the world. Thoughts from the peanut gallery.
Oh, for real, you heard. Look, that list
don't like
honestly
the list?
reads for both men and women, because when you talk about things like who wants to dress their spouse, who wants to take on projects, who wants to be the looking at potential, I've heard too many clients talk about, well, I really love him and I think one day he's going to be the man I want.
Do you
I've
see
heard-
men doing that?
One
though?
day.
Like men
that's what I'm about to
building
say.
women too?
Yeah,
I
the
never
the
seen
flip
that.
side is,
Okay.
the flip side is, man, she fine, yeah, bro, but we're gonna get
wow.
right. Once we get right, she say she a CNA. Nah, she said she want to be a nurse.
Well, as long as she looks good
She
first.
said she this.
it starts there.
Yeah.
She gotta look
That's
good.
why I say it's so easy if we
Yeah.
if we don't acknowledge the fact that we've created a society. I mean, I understand where Eileen's coming from, but I don't want to miss the fact that I think this is a larger issue.
This is from the magazine, so I want to give all sides. The Good Life is about perspective. Everybody gives their 2 cents.
Yeah, and as I said, I think we have to be honest that it at one point in time, it could have been that the reality was it was very heavily gender-based. But I think we've created a society where we force women to feel like they have to do the same thing.
But are we doing that because now the gender lines are a little skewed?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all.
Exactly. We're going to go to the lines before they leave us again.
You need to color within the lines.
Exact. Color within the lines. You can give us a call at 504-260-9265. 504-260-9265 to jump in this conversation. We have Coleman on line 2. Coleman, welcome to the Good Life.
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for taking my call, and good morning to the guests and
Good
cast.
morning.
All right. I want to make a remark that my wife and I, we have his and her outfits, jumpsuits, dashikis. When we going out, we color coordinate. When you're traveling, it's easy to find each other when you dress alike, and you get special attention. That people know who with who. It cuts down on some confusion. Is that one, is the other one together? So it's kind of fun. We like it.
No, Coleman, I totally feel that. And Coleman,
I love this dude.
I know, I do.
Calls.
I love you, Coleman. I totally do, and I get that. But have you? Well, I can't say that because you've met the one. So, but I think people have been in relationships where maybe they were comfortable with their style and the person that they were dating was like, well, wait, let me upgrade you. Or they came home and they left something on the bed, or they left something on the sofa. Well, why don't you try this on, because I think you'll just look better in that. I think we're talking more about that because I think it's cool if you have on pink dress, he has on like a pink polo. I think it's all good. Now I like that.
Well, I mean, just say for instance, I'm gonna just say me. You're walking through the store and you see something that you think your significant other would like,
right,
or what you would like to see on the person, and you buy it. It shows love, shows concern, shows that you're thinking about them, and etc. But I'm not gonna say like. And look, I'm gonna just be real with you. A lot of men do not know how to shop. They don't know how to color coordinate. They don't know how to match patterns. And a lot of them, they just work and they don't go shopping. Their wife pick their clothes out for them, because early in life I used to work at DH Homes in the men department, and women would come in and buy the men suits, and they'll bring a pair of pants. So you would have them, tailored to the men Linton stuff. So little folks said, let's be real about this discussion. Women do select clothes for their men.
Yeah,
and I guess you can say vice versa too, because like I said, we got a lot of monogram stuff that we have when we go out and et cetera and et cetera.
Hey, Brother Coleman, I got a question for you. This is Brian.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm all right. So I think you've been married a little while, right?
Right.
And one of the things I think that's very key to the longevity of a good, strong marriage is that you all have that communication. So my question is, did you initially begin in that relationship color coordinating and having that level of like connection, or is it something that you all grew to and now you all sharing that and it's something that you all do as your connection?
Well, believe it or not, I started it like that. We were going to an African event, and I had the matching dashikis, and, I asked her to wear it, and she gracefully did. Mm-hmm. And that was the beginning of the relationship, that she thought that I took enough time to think about, that. And see, look, the joke is, and I'm going to just say the joke, when you walk in, you color coordinated. The man know who the woman is, the woman know who the man is. Other people looking. So they know y'all together.
Yeah. Right.
And, my joke is, if she get lost, I tell people, look for these colors, and that's my wife. That's my joke with her, kind of thing.
Well, Brother Coleman, I think that's a good lesson for others looking to get out of the practice wife or practice husband business, either in being that or making them, is that you take time to build that. And sometimes it happens magically or, intentionally. And sometimes we just have to get lucky.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but you got to plan your luck, quote. It just doesn't always happen that way. And look, I'm just tell you, we match all the way from the head to the tennis. I mean, like I say, it's just cute. It's just something that, like I say, little quirk, you know, like folks say, it is. But like I say, it's fun for us.
All right.
Thank you so much for your
You're
call,
welcome.
Coleman. I love it. Y'all, this is A Good Life. It's Relationship Tuesday. We're talking about the starter husband, the starter wife. If that's you, we're trying to get you out of this cycle so you can live the good life too. We will be right back.
This is your host, Oliver Thomas of the Good Morning Show. Lord, every morning y'all hear me fighting with that early bird because he's always up. So get up with me, your host, Oliver Thomas on WBOK, the #1 community station in the nation. Why? Because WB makes it what? Yeah, that's right. Listen, early bird. Okay.
Because you wanted more, the Good Morning Show has been expanded from 6:30 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday through Fridays.
Gentili Italian Pies, home to the $5 Family Happy Hour. Specials on pizza, wings, and drinks, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Gentili Italian Pie does fresh for the entire family. Salads, pizza, pasta, wings, and oven-baked sandwiches. Gentili Italian Pie offers lunch and dinner in a new, modern atmosphere surrounded by big screen TVs. Dine in or carry out by calling 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. Relax, have a drink from the fully stocked bar or beer on tap while your order is made from the freshest ingredients. Gentili Italian Pie, 4706 Paris Avenue, is home where everybody knows your name. So bring the family to Paris and Marabou for the $5 Family Happy Hour, Tuesday through Thursday, 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. That's Gentili Italian Pie. Dine in or carry out. 504-826-9180. That's 504-826-9180. You gotta try the pie. That's the original Italian pie, located at Paris and Marabou in Gentili.
Carter Business Development delivers. For businesses to compete, they must have access. Let CBD be your bridge for business development services, radio advertising, social media marketing, brand ambassador, outreach, and access. Contact Carter Business Development at 504-400-7127 or email Eileen@tglradioshow.com. Carter Business Development creates unfolding opportunities. CBD connects the dots from where you are to where you want to be. Join the good life now with Carter Business Development, 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. As quoted, a man who stops advertising to save money is like a man who stops a clock to save time. Let CBD save you time and give you access. Call 504-400-7127, 504-400-7127. Take the steps required for access so you can live the good life too with Carter Business Development. That's 504-400-7127.
Are you looking for a better way to get fit? Bored with the same old routines? Looking for results or a way to instill discipline in the kids? Tiger Rock Martial Arts is the answer with Taekwondo, kickboxing, and self-defense classes. Tiger Rock diversifies your training in ways that allows individuals of all ages and fitness levels to feel like a champion. Join Tiger Rock today. TigerRockNola.com or 504-455-9694. That's 504-455-9694 with a 3-class starter pack starting for only $38, which includes your training uniform. Learn, grow, and succeed with Tiger Rock's 3 convenient locations: Old Metairie, West Bank, and Clearview. There's no better time to start gaining strength, skills, and protection for life than now. 504-455-9694. 504-455-9694. See you on the mat.
Hi, I'm Henry Jolly, your relationship expert and nationally certified counselor. Everyone at some point in their life goes through struggles. I'm a firm believer that people have the ability to will themselves into good situations, but sometimes they may need some assistance. Being a loving husband, father, and successful businessman while having a passion for the counseling profession has allowed me to gain experience with a variety of these struggles. Let's work together to achieve your individual, family, or marital potential. Come and see me at the New Orleans Growth Center, located at 3712 MacArthur Boulevard on the West Bank in Suite 209. You can reach me at 504-259-8671 or by email, which is henry.jolly@yahoo.com. Thanks for your time, and I'm looking forward to working with you soon.
Are you satisfied with your current financial position? My name is Kenneth Barnes, President and CEO of KB Enterprises, where we specialize in putting together step-by-step financial action steps for your plan for today and for tomorrow. Whether you're 50 to 85 and need assistance with your final expenses, we have coverage options for every situation. Let us put life back into your finances. Call us today at 504-914-1202. That's 504-914-1202.
When I got hit in a car accident, the insurance company tried to give me less than I knew I deserved. I called Maurice Reed Jr. He got me $150,000.
I'm Morris Reed Jr. If you got hit in a car accident, call me, 488-HELP.
WBOK 1230 AM, the People's Station.
Welcome back to The Good Life with me, Eileen. We are here on Relationship Tuesday, and we're here to open your mind.
Good life. Good life. In a different land. What it brings,
We are back on Relationship Tuesday, and if you would like to get that's because what goes on during commercial break stays during commercial break. If you would like to get your ad on the air, you can get it on air in 48 hours. Just give us a call at 504-400-7127. That's 504-400-7127, because that is The Good Life. We were reading an ad today from Fresh Takes magazine regarding the practice wife, i.e. the practice husband, and knowing at what cycle you're in. Is it kind of the discovery fun stage, the trial and error, or is it the commitment stage? And when you know what stage you're at, being equally yoked with someone else who's in that stage. Open your mind. Perspective is everything. Just make sure that what you're looking for is what they're looking for, because when you end up being, if you're looking for commitment and they're not there yet, you can end up being their practice for their next person. I know Dr. Turner said he wanted to come back with something.
Yeah. I think we're at a point, though, when the reality around what happens in relationships, I think, is a fulfillment of what society is telling us we have to have. So we're forced into thinking our spouse, our partner, has to look a certain way, act a certain way, have a certain degree, have a certain car. And I really like the idea of, and I really like this idea. So it's really something that I'm going to use in therapy, and I'm going to use when I do some talks about what are we doing in relationships, because I think we get caught up with, this is my project and this is my final destination. And I think, as you were saying, Eileen, if we really pinpoint that position, is that we're all supposed to pour into someone we really care about. We are supposed to invest in them, and we're supposed to do it altruistically, without the desire or hope that they're going to have to give back to us. We hope that they give back to us in reciprocity. But if we don't think about the fact that we don't really have like a true understanding of how relations are supposed to happen, then we're going to keep practicing, and then we get lucky at some point. So I mean, my biggest thought is just around, like, setting up the stage for our young people and people our age and some older people to really come into understanding that, like, there really is a need sometimes to practice, because you have to be prepared for the one you're supposed to be with. And that practice doesn't have to be like, yo, we're going to get married and then I know we're not. It has to be, look, I really care for you. I'm here. I'm fully invested in this relationship. And that calls into the table, people have to decide, what is cheating? People have to decide, what is my commitment to you? If you need some financial assistance, am I the partner that can do that for you? Are you the partner who may or may not want to engage in sex? Maybe you're not that partner.
Yeah, that ain't a partner right there.
I didn't say I agree with it. I'm just saying that
I'm
has
going
to
to throw
be.
this question out there because I want to make sure that we, really touch on this to come to a solution. If you are a person out there, male or female, who has found yourself in this cycle where you're dating and, every time you break up with someone, 6 months to a year later, they're engaged, getting married. You're like, well, why not me? What do you say to that person who's listening right now?
It's never happened to me. I don't know.
Pretend like you got something important to say to them.
I would be trying to figure out what's wrong with me. Like, what am I not doing?
We should be doing a little bit
There should be
self-reflection.
some
There should be
soul-searching.
a level of self-reflection. I think, it's funny. I was having this conversation with somebody else that pride comes into it. And we just feel like, I do everything right. Because they say usually the practice person is usually very attractive. People consider them catches. Nobody can fathom why they're single. Why are you single? You're the catch. But every time you date somebody, you're preparing them for marriage. So what is the missing key?
I don't think it's pride. I think it's insecurity.
Insecurity in the person?
Yeah. I mean, like, if you know yourself and if you are complete within yourself and you are confident within yourself what you have to offer and what you want, you don't need to practice on anybody.
But
like, you pick up projects.
I'm just giving you a point of view. They don't know that they're practicing is the point.
Right. No, go ahead.
I think they do know their practice.
Oh, you think they do?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
go ahead.
that's the questions. I think those questions say, if you go into a situationship, move into a relationship and think, I have to dress this person, I have to guide this person, you are intentionally practicing. If anything, you say, look, I'm going to let this person do what they do. And through our engagement, it should be natural. I should be able to say, you know what, babe, that's fine. I mean, Mardi Gras. Everybody from New Orleans has been to a Mardi Gras ball at least once at this point in their life, right? So when I didn't live here and I dated some women who didn't live here, if we were at that point, because you don't take to a ball is...
Don't take the side chicks to the ball.
So it's like, we're at a point in our relationship, we're going to go to New Orleans for this ball. And so, well, what should I wear? I don't say what color. I say you have to have a floor length gown. Whatever you decide is on you. Now, if we get to the ball and it's inappropriate or whatever, we'll have that conversation. And afterwards, then it says, well, I didn't know. Well, it's okay. This was your first one. Now you know. And I think about that, and that's my personal ideal behind it, is that I didn't feel it's my place because I wasn't looking for a project. If you didn't take time, and I don't know, I didn't know, I didn't wear gowns. I don't wear gowns, so I couldn't tell you. So all I know is like, yeah, I'm sure. I mean, it is what it is. I'll go without first. I'll just show up with a bow tie on. And so you put into place, once again, to be in a relationship, you don't make that person a project. So I think, to the point, as Ursula's saying, people are insecure, so they look for projects saying, I have to build what makes me feel better. I have to build what I think I need. I have to build this bear, i.e. husband or wife, that fits the life I want. So I'm going to pour into them. They need financial assistance. Okay, baby, this is what you need to do with your money. This is how you need to invest. This is what you need to work. You know what? The job you have ain't making enough money for us, so you need to go and get this job. Oh, look, babe, I need you to, stop hanging out with those friends because, I need you to do these things and I need you to go to these places. I need you to be a part of this society. I need you to join the sorority. I need you to join this group. And I hear men do that. I need you to start drinking wine. You can't drink liquor anymore because that's what ladies do. I wouldn't say that. Brian's not going to say that. You need to keep
Look, that word project, dating a project, that sounds like a lot of work. Now, ain't nothing wrong with dating a project, but...
A project chick?
No, I mean like just something that you're trying to build and fix up.
Project chick.
And how long should you be? And I'm not saying that there is a set time, but, there are people who have been in relationships, for years.
Yeah, they tripping because the biological clock is ticking. Gravity is real. You're not going to look. You're not going to look unless... The Rock and taking all kind of steroids and stuff. But even that, you're not going to look as good as you looked at 25 as you do at 45.
Sustainability.
I'm a lot better.
Look, all right. Well,
sustainability.
Right. So if you're hanging out in these relationships way too long, you just letting everybody pass you by. Think about it. People are getting married all the time now. So, if you hanging in a relationship, I knew a chick who was hanging in a relationship for 8, 9, 10 years. Dude never married her.
Lord.
So everybody's passing up and they getting married. But if she made herself available, she could have been in that crowd and met the right person. But yeah, she's holding herself hostage with this dude who has no intentions of marrying her.
Okay, you know what? I'm about to put both of y'all on the spot because,
Go.
since you're how long is too long? As a man, when you were in the commitment stage,
Watch this.
at what point were you like, okay, like, because
First
10,
of
12, 13, 15 years, unless both of you have agreed that that's what you want, look, do your thing. That's your lane. Look, it's not even my business. But if one person wants to get married and the other one doesn't,
the older
I'm getting nosy today.
I'm like, but if the chick is saying, what?
The older you get, it doesn't take that long to figure out what you want. If you've had enough experiences, it doesn't take if you've had enough experience. All right, let me say that it's not really age, but if you're 30, if you've had a number of women that you've dated and you've seen a lot and done a lot, I've got to throw that in there. You know what you're looking for, so it shouldn't take you 5-6 years to figure out, oh, is this the one for me? You should already know that. Now, when you're 21. You damn near don't even know yourself.
Right.
So that may take some time. If you hanging out in relationships for years and years and years, you're trying to figure out who you are and then figure out what exactly you want. So I believe it's an experience thing. But when you feel like, look, I mean, I do think people should you got to put a cap on how much time you're going to waste in your own life. And if you feel like, look, I want to be married, you shouldn't pressure anybody to do anything. If they don't do it on their own, they don't want to do it. Don't give a person an ultimatum. People do that all the time. If you don't, women, for the most part, if we don't get married by next year, we're breaking up. So when the dude marry you, so now you done basically got married by default.
So
you
But
want
if
that?
the dude marries her, he's just as much to blame as it is her.
He a wimp.
so I'll go ahead. I'll be personal. So the one young lady I was engaged to gave me an ultimatum and we broke up. She moved on and got married, and about a year or two later, and
You were
she
the
got.
starter husband.
Oh no, I was a beast. because she calls me now. That's all I'm gonna say. They're divorced. So she was like, "Hey, I made a mistake." Now the young lady I should have married, rest in peace, she passed away. We had made the decision, but she became my project because I made a mistake. And I didn't cheat anything. I made a mistake by waiting. I should have said, you know what, here's the time. The time is right. Let's make this move. Yeah. And I made a mistake by not doing it. So then when we was really in sync, really together, I should have said, let's make this happen. But, and I'll be honest, I was finishing grad school. I was moving to Ohio, and then a year later I moved to Florida. So I just had a bunch going on, and so I was like, can you wait? Can you let me get settled? Because I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to prepare everything that I thought she deserved, and that was my mistake. And so I look now, and I know that I can't make that same mistake. But what I will say to Henry's point is definitely somebody has to take the responsibility of following their mind about what they need to do. So if you know that you really want to be with this person and you know that's what you want to be, and if that person is not going to reciprocate, you got to make a decision. Either you're going to stay and wait until you're done, you've given all you can, or you say, look, I can no longer waste my time. So for me, no more than a year to 2 years.
For marriage?
From the time you meet somebody and you get into a relationship, from that relationship point, when you and that person in a relationship, no more than a year to 2 years. And I say that just because if the person lives in another city, something like that, but no more than a year to 2.
I agree.
And I'm gonna go out on this because Henry Bolden tagged all of us in this yesterday. He said the sooner you become impatient, I'm gonna make it short, the sooner you become impatient with incompetence on your team, the sooner you'll see immediate increase. Stop giving people more time to prove to you that they are a waste of time. Eliminate so you can elevate. That is the good life. Y'all, this was Relationship Tuesday. Open your mind to living differently in the world. And if you would like to advertise with us, give us a call at 504-400-7127. That's 504-400-7127 because that is the good life. We're out.